Just a question about what does the scripture teach about self-defense and what implications does that have on us today?
Yeah, no, that's a familiar and constant question because it's something that in a fallen world we're often faced with, is the reality of that. The answer to that is to go, let's make sure that we don't misunderstand what Jesus says about turning the other cheek. That passage is often used to say that we shouldn't in any way defend ourselves. But that's not what Jesus is teaching. If you look in context, he's talking about taking revenge. So we are to have that revenge-less spirit that isn't seeking to get even if somebody does something to us. On the other hand, when you look at the Old Testament law, built into the Old Testament law was the reality that there would be times when a person would have to defend themselves, and the law authorizes that, justifies a person. If my life is at risk, I can use deadly force to defend my life or the lives of other innocents. And so that's a clear biblical model in the law, and you see that, I think, reflected in even some of the patterns in the New Testament. While you don't see weapons, for example, with the Apostle Paul, you see him acting in self-defense. You see him doing things, for example, to escape cities, to do things that put him out of harm's way. It's a reflection, I think, of that mindset that there's nothing wrong with defending yourself and taking the opportunity to try to keep yourself from harm. It really comes down, in some respects, to the sixth commandment we were talking about this morning. Positively, I have the responsibility to take all reasonable steps to preserve my own life and the lives of others. And so if someone is threatening my life wrongfully or wrongfully threatening the life of someone else, then I have a responsibility, I think, to step in and to defend them.